So it's time to get the roof racks on so that I can then put the solar panels on. And I've gone for these roof racks which have got a T-track, so I can that's going to be the easiest way to attach stuff. They actually came with the wrong instructions for my van, so I had to have a little Google, but I eventually figured out where the brackets go. So now I just have to lift them up, measure the right place for the solar panels, and hopefully put them in the correct way. Right, I thought I'd talk you through how I'm attaching these solar panels. So I've got these Z brackets which I've screwed to the solar panel, and I've got 2 on each end, and then these is going to rest on top of the roof rack. Let me just put this down. So I've got these brackets that I've screwed into the end of the solar panel, and then I've got these bolts that go on a T-track roof rack, which is the roof bars that I've got. So as you can see, this kind of just slots in the end, and this way I've got like the flexibility to kind of add and remove stuff if necessary. So I've got just a little 4 on, so I'm going to have 2 at end for that roof rack, 2 here. And then I've got a line here in the middle which is exactly the middle, so I'm going to butt both of these together. And we've already done loads of measurements to kind of get the brackets on the roof racks and everything, so it was a bit complicated to figure it all out, but thanks Martin for your help. And I'm just going to put these on here. Okay. I might have to move these boxes or put this up here. Okay. So then the idea is that they rest, the roof rack rests on there, and then we've got the bolts. I screw the bolts in. They are annoyingly a bit long, so they're going to stick out, but yeah, I should have measured those and got some smaller things. Okay, now I'm just kind of adding the bolts so that they're attached to the roof racks. And I'm adding a little bit of Loctite so that they kind of stay on there, because it's basically glue so that the bolts kind of stay and don't rattle loose. Annoyingly, these are really long, but I might be able to find something to chop them off a bit, hopefully. So I've got all of the brackets for the roof racks on loosely. The front ones are a bit tighter, so we're going to use that, and then hopefully just lift the whole solar panel contraption that I've screwed together on top of there, adjust it, tighten all the bolts, and it should hopefully all be fine. But it's pretty heavy now, I've screwed it all together, so I'm a little concerned we're not going to be able to lift it up. So let's see if that works. So we were fitting the solar last night and the roof racks and everything. We decided to do it all as one, and I had someone helping me out because I definitely don't think I would have been able to lift that all up by myself. So I thought I'd just show you what we've done so far, because it was too dark to film last night. So I've got 2 panels, they're butted up next to each other. They're both 170 watts, so I've got 340 watt of solar, and I've just attached them with these brackets into the roof racks. So obviously we had to measure exactly the width to get them in and to screw these brackets in. And they're currently wired in series, so there's 2 in series, which basically means put the positive and the negative together, and it's fairly easy when there's only 2 panels to wire together. So you put the positive and negative of the panels, and then you have the negative of one panel, the positive of the other panel, and that goes to your power source for that. And then we've got this little hole here. So he just drilled a like a 20mm hole, and he had this little this rubber stopper that I'm going to seal all the way around, and then put the wire in and seal around the wire, so the wire is like solid in there. So the reason for that is because I bought this solar entry cable box which you're supposed to mount onto the roof and then put the cables through here, and this kind of tightens around the cables. But the end of the cable that I have, because it's all like ready-made cables, these connectors for the solar panels would just not fit through, so I guess you're supposed to like unwire them and wire it back through or something, but that seemed like a lot of hassle just for one wire, so we just did the hole instead, and then I'll just seal around it and hopefully that's fine. Yeah, so it was a little different to what I had planned, but obviously the guy who was helping me out is an electrician, so I trusted him with whatever he said, so he helped me put the wires and make them neat, so big thanks for that. So as I don't have the power station that I'm going to be using yet, I can't seal up the hole because I need to fit the wire through there. So for now I'm just going to use a little bit of duct tape to cover up the hole, and then once I get the power station I will properly seal that up. But yeah, I'll be doing another separate video on the electrics, so I'm not going to talk about anything for now, but yeah, I'm connecting the solar to a power station and it's all going to be really simple. So if you're interested in knowing about the electrics, then keep an eye out for that video. So yeah, that's the end of that video on how I got the roof racks and solar installed. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, so see you in the next video.